Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about cognitive behavioral therapy. This is a therapy which helps to change the negative behavior or negative thoughts in a positive realistic thought. Before going to the topic, we will see the meaning of cognition and behavior first. What is cognition and what is behavior? Cognition means the process of acquiring knowledge and understanding through thought, experience, and senses. So, simply we can say this is perception. Second thing is behavior. Behavior means the way in which an animal or a person react in response to a particular situation or stimulus. Now we will see the definition of cognitive behavioral therapy or CBT. It is a type of psychotherapeutic treatment that helps us to learn how to identify and change destructive or disturbing negative thought patterns. CBT therapy focuses on negative thoughts that influence and worsen our emotional difficulties and anxiety, etc. Through CBT, these negative thoughts are identified and replaced with adaptive and realistic thoughts. So, two processes are taking place, right? First one is identifying the negative thoughts. Second one is replacing the negative thoughts with adaptive and realistic thoughts. Now we will see the indications of cognitive behavioral therapy. Cognitive behavioral therapy can be a very helpful tool in treating mental health disorders such as depression, post-traumatic stress disorder that is PTSD, eating disorders, stressful situations, emotional challenges, addictions, anxiety, phobia, personality disorders, sleep disorders, BPAD that is bipolar affective disorder, panic attack, anger, sexual disorders, schizophrenia, etc. So, in this condition, we can use CBT as an effective tool to change the negative thoughts into adaptive, realistic thoughts. Now we will see the process of CBT. CBT include two processes. First one is learning about mental health condition, what we have discussed in the last slide. So we have to learn about the mental health condition. That is the first step in CBT. Second thing is learning and practicing techniques such as relaxation, copying, resilience, stress management, and assertiveness to change or to overcome the mental health condition. During the time of CBT, the therapist will encourage the client to talk about his thoughts and feelings and what's troubling him. Therapist will give confidence and comfort to explore the feeling, though it is complicated. So, we can say CBT is a goal-oriented approach. During therapy process, therapists may ask the client or ask us to do homework like activities, reading or practices what we learn during our regular therapy sessions and encourage us to apply what we are learning in our daily life. It helps to change the negative thoughts and also it will give some confidence to lead the life. Always CBT approach will depend upon condition of the patient and preferences. Always the therapy is depend upon the condition of the patient. So therapists may combine CBT with another therapeutic approaches like interpersonal therapy. So we can say CBT is always depend upon the condition of the patient. There are some steps we can see in CBT. Among the steps, first one is identify troubling situations or conditions in our life. We need to identify the issues such as medical condition, divorce, grief, anger or mental health disorders or mental illness. We have to identify the situation first. For that, the therapist and the client will sit together to identify these situations which create stress and trouble. Next step is the client become aware of their thoughts, emotions and beliefs about these problems. Once you have identified the problems to work on it, the therapist will encourage to share the thoughts about them, what they felt about the thing. These may include self-talk, client's interpretation of meaning of situation, and beliefs about their self and other people. Therapists also suggest that keep a journal or diary of thoughts to identify or to get an awareness about their thoughts and emotions. Next is identify negative or inaccurate thinking. It helps us to recognize the pattern of thinking, that means negative or positive pattern of behavior that may create problem. This therapist may ask to pay attention to physical, emotional, and behavioral responses in different situations. To identify the negative and inaccurate thinking, therapists will ask the client to pay attention to physical, emotional, and behavioral responses in different situations. Identification of negative thoughts will help the client and the therapist to decide the actual plan to change or replace the maladaptive behavior or maladaptive thought into adaptive behavior or adaptive thought. Next step is reshape the negative or inaccurate thinking. So we have identified the negative and inaccurate thinking. Now we are going to reshape the negative and inaccurate thinking. Therapists will likely encourage the client to ask themselves whether their view of situation is based on the fact or an inaccurate perception of what is going on. This step can be very difficult. For that, the client needs a long-standing way of thinking about the life. With the help of practice and helpful thinking, we can do this step. Next, we will see the benefits of CBT or benefits of cognitive behavioral therapy. During CBT, the client can identify the problems in a clear-cut way. They can help or develop an awareness of automatic thoughts. They can challenge the assumptions. It will help to distinguish the facts and irrational thoughts. It helps to understand the past experiences and how it affecting negatively. It also helps to stop fearing the worst. Therapy will help to observe a situation from different point of view. CBT helps the client to understand other people's action and motivation. It will develop more positive way of thinking. Along with the therapy, we can attain goal which is attainable. It will help to stop taking the blame for everything. We can focus on how think in realistic way with the help of CBT. Also, we will learn to face their fears rather than avoid. We can understand the situation before judging themselves or others. So these are all the major benefits of CBT or cognitive behavioral therapy. Now we will see the sessions and time taken for CBT. CBT is a short-term therapy and it has about 5 to 20 sessions. But the sessions are dependent upon some factors. The factors to consider of number of sessions are type of disorder or type of situation the client is facing. Next, severity of the symptoms. How long had the symptoms or situation? How quickly we make progress and how much stress experiencing. How much support the client received from family members and other people. So, based on these factors, the sessions are different and the time also different. Normally, it takes about 5 to 20 sessions. How to get results from CBT? That's an important point to discuss. CBT is not effective for everyone. The effectiveness is depend upon some factors like approach towards therapy. We have to maintain a positive approach towards the therapy to get better result. An active participation and share in decision making is necessary for better result. Therapist and the client need to work together to get better or actual results. Second point is be open and honest. We have to open and we should show some honesty towards the work. Then only we get better result from CBT. With honesty, the client need to share thoughts, feelings, and experiences to make the therapist to know about the client's deeper stress and problems. Next is stick to the treatment plan. If we plan some treatment plan, we have to stick in that plan. If it's changing, we will not get the results from CBT. Don't expect instant result. That's the main problem faced by everyone. We expect instant result. If we expect instant results, we will not get the result from CBT. It is not uncommon to feel worse during the initial part of therapy as begin to confront past and current conflicts. We may need several sessions before begin to see improvement. Do our homework or do your homework between the session. Means the activities what they have discussed during the session. We have to do the homework based on the therapist guidance. Then we get better results. Next is if the therapist is not helping, talk to your therapist very fast and very immediately. Then the therapist can try a new approach to change the maladaptive thought to adaptive thought. Now we will see some history of the CBT. CBT is developed by psychiatrist Aaron Beck during 1960s. Beck labeled these automatic negative thoughts and developed the process of cognitive therapy or CBT. CBT addressed how thoughts and feelings affect behaviors. CBT has emerged an effective first-line treatment for a wide range of disorders and conditions. CBT or cognitive behavioral therapy is one of the most researched type of therapy in part because the treatment is focused on highly specific goal. We have a specific goal in cognitive behavioral therapy. Actually, the CBT focus on present thoughts and beliefs. It emphasizes the need to identify, challenge, and change how a person views a situation. CBT makes client more aware of how all thought patterns create their reality and determine how the client behaves. So, it focuses on the present thoughts and beliefs. I will give an example. Hydrophobia. What is hydrophobia? Hydrophobia means fear of water. Person with hydrophobia believe that they will experience severe problems or even death by seeing, touching or going to water. This fear may have started with a previous negative experience, perhaps in childhood. A CBT therapist or cognitive behavioral therapist can work with the person to address the thinking which says, because I have developed this fear during swimming in childhood. Together, the client and therapist can develop a plan to solve this problem in a new way and overcome the fear. Now we will see the techniques of cognitive behavioral therapy. Most common techniques used in CBT are cognitive restructuring technique or CRT. It is a cognitive behavior therapy technique aimed at helping people to identify thinking patterns responsible for negative moods and ineffective behavior. The most common technique in CRS, that is cognitive restructuring technique, is tracking dysfunctional thoughts on a thought record form and advising healthier or more psychologically flexible pattern of thinking. This is about cognitive restructuring technique. Next one is graded exposure assignment. It is a cognitive behavior therapy technique that helps to systematically approach what they fear. That helps the people to systematically understand and systematically approach what they fear. Systematic desensitization or graded exposure assignment technique is using here to reduce the fear and fearful stimulus. Generally, here the people will avoid situations which create fear. Normally, everyone will do like that only. If we face fear, we will try to avoid the situations which create fear. But if we avoid the situations, anxiety and fear will increase actually. Through systematic exposure, therapists will make the client to list down all feared situations, and with guidance, the client will master feared situation one by one. Then tackle increasing difficult exposure assignments. Exposure is one of the most effective psychological treatment that exists. When we expose the person into the fear situation, into the fearful stimuli, they get familiar with that fearful stimulus and gradually their fear will go off. This technique is a very useful technique in CBT. Next one is active scheduling. Active scheduling helps the people to increase behavior they should be doing more by identifying and scheduling this kind of behavior such as meditating, going for a walk or working on a project or listening music etc. That increases the likelihood of their getting done. This technique is especially helpful for people who do not engage in many rewarding activities due to depression or people who have difficulty in completing tasks. So, activity scheduling helps the people to increase the behavior they should be doing more. Next technique is successive approximation. This cognitive behavioral therapy technique works for people who have difficulty in completing a task, either due to lack of familiarity with the task or because of the task feels overwhelming for some reason. The technique works by cutting the big task into small section or small tasks and helping the people to master an easier task that is similar to the more difficult task. A rehearsal of behavior will take place in successive approximation. Next is mindfulness practice or mediation. Mindfulness or mediation is a cognitive behavior therapy technique which is borrowed from Buddhism. The goal of mindfulness is help people to disengage from negative things and redirect their attention to what is actually happening in the present moment. That is a good technique which we are using in CBT. Next is skill training. Skill training is a cognitive behavioral therapy technique which helps the client to learn and encourage in some skills. Common areas of skills training include social skill training, communication training, and assertive training. Usually, skills training takes place through direct instruction, modeling, and role play. So we can conclude that cognitive behavioral therapy is a psychosocial intervention that aims to improve mental health. CBT challenging and changing unhelpful cognitive behaviors and improving emotional regulation. It also helps to the development of personal coping strategies that target solving current problems. Thank you.